I need the racks like a bimbo. Serving niggas out the window. Have a 9-3 kids with a hustle with Jamendo. Had to get it off the mental. Had to move with the intellect.
Hey Braddies, welcome back to the Brad House. This is part 2 of my bootcamp series. If y'all have not saw part 1, you can check the link in the description box, or it'll be somewhere on the screen. I wanted to split this video into 2 parts because part 1 was pretty long, and yeah, that was too much. So if I weirdly ended that video, then that was the reason why. I'm also here making an intro for part 1 because I just wanted to start the video out the blue. So if y'all want to know how my bootcamp experience was, then, or how I made it successfully through, then keep watching and let's get into the video. Yeah, that's the first week. Now the second week's me, I was so thirsty. Like, I was ready for things to happen. I thought we was gonna be, you know, outside doing mud crawls, obstacles. Bro, Navy boot camp, that's why they say it's so easy. This is why I hear everybody say it's so easy. You're literally standing in front of your rack on a black toe line. They call it the black toe line. It's a line, and you stand in front of it, and that's all you really do. All you doing is learning how to fold clothes, your uniform, and learning how to store it in your rack. You have people come in and like inspect you, and you know, if your rack is not made exactly how they taught you according to the I don't know, the book or whatever, you get a hit on it, and it causes your divisional to lose points. And like, you have all these divisions I guess competing with each other, and it's like, it can be fun, but then again it can be boring, then it can be annoying, because then you have your RDCs are really competitive. They want to be the top division to graduate. See, I didn't know none of this about bootcamp. I didn't even know what marching was. Like, you march in bootcamp, I didn't know none of this. Like, I have no military background, military family. I know one person in the military, and yeah, so I started to learn more and more of this as I was in boot camp. So it's like, you also have these jobs in boot camps. Like, I saw videos on this, but I didn't understand it. But you know how they were saying, like, don't get jobs, and they have like, they said don't get jobs in boot camps because people think if you get jobs you get ranked. I'm about to get into all that just a second, but like, to like Navy boot camp, you really just like folding clothes, getting, you know, getting inspected on it. What else? You learn how to march, you sing cadences and all that. So like the first week was like that. You were learning how to march, you were learning how to fold clothes, you learn how to make your rack, your bed, you were learning how to, like, just a certain way your clothes have to be worn. Everybody has to have the same exact thing on. Y'all have to be uniformal. Like, everybody has to have the same thing. So some stuff, like in the beginning, you're gonna be like, why am I doing this? Why do I have to do this? This is stupid. This is baby stuff. In the end, it makes sense because you carry it out. You carry it. And a lot of things you learn in boot camp, you're actually gonna be doing out in the fleet. So me, I didn't understand that. A lot of stuff was stupid to me. Like, you gotta learn how to write in military handwriting, which is like basically capital letters and all that. You gotta be real perfect when you write, and now it makes sense why. Because now that I'm out of boot camp, you still have to keep those skills that you was taught in boot camp. Like, you gotta say certain things, like belay my last, like mean like my bad, or I didn't mean to say that, or like, you know, if you trying to correct yourself, like, it's all type of wordings, you the way you gotta speak. Also, you gotta like learn your chain of command. Me, I didn't understand why I had to know this, but like I have no military background. Like, people who probably already knew about military stuff and all that, that came easy and natural, and they understood why. Me, I didn't know none of this, but now it makes sense. So yeah, in boot camp, in Navy boot camp, the stuff felt like it was done with doing, but it ended up carrying out to the fleet with me, or like it ended up being stuff I'm gonna have to be doing while I'm in the military or utilize. So like, in the beginning I thought it was stupid, but I'm not gonna call it stupid anymore because you also learn from it. So us doing like folding and stowing clothes and everything made you really like pay attention to detail, which makes sense, you know, pay attention to little things. And I already kind of well, I don't know if I naturally had that. I pay attention, I observe a lot, but like, it really makes you pay attention to the smallest things. I'm trying to connect to some also out in the fleet. If y'all don't know the fleet is when you graduate and you actually go out and start being in the military, like being out on ships. You actually, once you make it through the real deal, you got to make it through A school and boot camp to actually get to the fleet. You can still get kicked out the Navy if you in A school. Usually it's like a 100-day thing. Like if you haven't been in the Navy for like 100 days, it's kind of easy to still get kicked out. You can still get kicked out for medical reasons, misbehaving and all of that. So it's still levels to it to get there. So yeah, but that was like the first 3 weeks of boot camp. I was so bored. I was annoyed. It's just because I expected more. Like I expected us to be going crazy in boot camp, but you just kept repeatedly doing the same thing every day. Like you'll wake up, brush your teeth, put your uniform on, gotta be uniform, line up, march out to go somewhere, because it depends on like what you have that week to do. But Navy boot camp, it changes. I was about to say it never changes, but it's like kind of, it's on a schedule, and that schedule was already there. Like, and you have different divisions coming in every week or every, because it doesn't stop. You got people always joining the military, people always leaving, so it's on a like, it's like on a schedule and whatever. Okay, we were marching, we was going to places, like if we have appointments and all of that to get done. So after the first week is over, you get processed in, I guess you want to call it, and all that. That's when they move on to like, now let's start getting through like things you got to complete. So you know, you got to complete swim. They got to see if you can swim. They got to see if you're able to complete the where you drop off the thing, I think, to see if you're afraid of heights or anything. I don't know, I forgot. But that's just see, like, you do a lot of things to see how well you work under pressure too. So they have you stand watches. Like, this is also, I didn't know military people stand watches. My first time standing watch was at Fort McCoy, and it was 1 hour, but you stand watches way longer as you move down the line in the military. Once you get to the fleet, you can stand a 12-hour watch. So in boot camp, they made you stand up to a 4-hour watch, but mainly it was really 2 hours. Well, I really only got the 2-hour watches. So yeah, in boot camp, that's what you're basically doing. You also get beat. ITE. I don't even know what ITE stands for still to this day. I never got individually ITE, meaning beat, meaning they're going to work you out, like make you stand right there and make you do 8 counts, which is jumping in and out, doing push-ups, you know. They make you do like leg raises, squats. Like, you get a blue card, and the blue card has all the workouts. So if they pull out the blue card on you, that means you in trouble and you getting beat, meaning they're going to work you out till your bones fall off. Not necessarily going to try to make your bones fall off, but you know, you're going to get worked. You're going to get worked out. You're going to get beat. So that's all. That's another thing they do in boot camp. That's basically boot camp, like, far as the few weeks. Now towards the end, that's when you kind of start doing the fun stuff. Like, you start doing like fire control, which is like you learn how to put all the fire equipment on and how to like put the mask on and everything. You do live fire when you do like shoot the gun, and you try to like get your ribbon and everything for it in boot camp. My experience for that was kind of bad as far as like shooting. I didn't get my ribbon. I got an FFI, meaning failure to follow instruction. I shot the gun during ceasefire. Ceasefire means that's when the paper turns and you pull to like put your phone, your gun back into safety mode. But like, they were moving too fast in there to me. Like, I didn't like it. You know, you're supposed to be fast and quick when you're shooting, but like, I never shot a gun. There's plenty of people that never shot a gun in there. And then also, it's like, as I'm still trying to like make sure I put the gun in the right mode and everything, and do everything in a safety way and not get safety hits, because you can get disqualified in FFI for having a safety hit. I'm trying to be busy make sure I'm doing those things, and I still end up like getting the FFI because they were moving too fast for my pace. So I was shooting. I ended up shooting a gun during the wrong time, which caused me to get an FFI. So it was like, that whole process was too fast. And we was one of the first divisions to start back up doing the live fire thing, because it had went away because of COVID and everything. Also because somebody shot the roof and everything, so they had to like shut it down or whatever. But like, we were the first to test it out and start back doing it, so it wasn't really well organized. So a lot of people failed it, but I ended up crying. Like, I was so hurt because throughout boot camp, like I said, it was just so boring, and I finally was able to do something fun, and I ended up failing at it. I passed everything else, but I ended up failing at something I really wanted to do. So that was frustrating, but I believe everything happened for a reason, because you can get a ribbon, and you can get a ribbon for like E for expert, S for sharp, and something for, I want to get expert. So I'm kind of glad I feel, because I'm going to actually retake that test where I'm not being rushed and all that, like boot camp. When you actually get, and I want to actually get some experience, like I'm going to go to the gun range so I can get expert. So be looking out for that. I might have a gun range vlog coming for y'all. So yeah, but that's something you start doing towards the end of boot camp. You also do the gas chamber or whatever. You put the mask on, they put you through the process, or just to get the idea of being through like smoke and all that, how it feels and everything. We didn't get to do that because of COVID. So a lot of stuff we didn't get to do because of COVID, but which made boot camp a lot easier and faster, because they ended up making boot camp only 8 weeks because of COVID. As of now, it has went back up to 10 weeks because COVID's kind of going, it went away, but now it's trying to come back, honestly. So like, we didn't have a graduation either for boot camp. So we practiced and practiced. Like towards the end of boot camp also, you start doing those things, but when you come back to your room or your compartment or whatever, all you do is practice how to march and all that for like graduation. But like, we really didn't get a graduation because of COVID. But now they're doing graduations, which is sadly. But we had ours filmed and it was posted on Facebook. Yeah, those are the things, some fun things that starts to happen towards the end of boot camp. Oh, I was talking about how, explain to y'all what getting beat was. So please, this is another thing, don't be that person that's always crying like, oh my god, we gonna get beat, I don't want to get beat, you guys just shut up, be quiet, we're gonna get beat. Meaning the RDCs are gonna beat the division or beat you individually. Or like, really, when people cry and say I don't want to get beat, that means y'all gonna get beat as a whole. So like, usually if you talk too much, or if you talking in general, the division gets beat for it. So everybody used to be crying or yelling at each other, telling people to shut up or be quiet because they didn't want to get beat. Don't be that person, bro. You joined the Navy, come on now, you gotta get some type of toughness. Working out should not be hard. I actually enjoy working out, so it wasn't a problem for me. But I wasn't purposely, you know, talking to get people in trouble. I'm going to naturally talk. I'm naturally a funny, humorous people. Humorous people. I'm naturally a silly person. I got a sense of humor, a lot of personality. Like I said, y'all, my roommate is probably gonna come in.
Hey y'all, I'm her roommate. Yup.
Yes, this is my roommate. She was one of the A-Rocks.
I was an A-Rock, most definitely was.
I haven't even got to explaining what that was yet, but...
Oh, so it's basically the person who sings a lot. I can sing. Y'all
yeah, that's sing the cadence and stuff.
Yeah, when y'all march, when we march, I be singing. But anyways, I'm gonna let her get back. I'm gonna do a part 2 one with my friends to get into whatever, my roommates and stuff. So yeah, just don't be that person that's always crying, get beat. Like, yeah, get some toughness. You gonna freaking work out. You gotta be in shape regardless to be in the Navy. Come on, like, suck it up, bro. Y'all, them ones that used to do that used to make me mad, bro. Used to be crying, like, and that's nothing. Navy boot camp is literally like baby, like, it's really babyish. Like, it's really like, y'all, Navy really lets anybody in, because the way people used to be crying and whining at boot camp used to make me so mad. Y'all joined the Navy, you're finna serve the country, anything can happen, you were crying about talking or getting beat. Like, come on now. It used to make me so mad. And then they used to be so scared of the RDCs. That's another thing. Stop being so scared of the RDCs. Chill. They can't put their hands on you or nothing like that. And also, they be lying to y'all and y'all be believing it. Like, y'all need to stop believing everything else. First of all, the RDCs, they have to play this role, and y'all be falling for it, bro. So I'm gonna give an example. They will say something like, oh, we didn't do this, we didn't get our flag because y'all did this, and then they'll come back and then everybody will hear the RDC say, and then everybody come back and tell everybody like, yo, we didn't do this, we didn't get this, y'all. And the whole time they're lying. Or they'll be like, if y'all don't do this, y'all all gonna fail and do this. And people get so scared, oh my god, we're gonna fail. They're lying. Stop believing everything they say. No. And a lot of people are like, oh, if y'all don't shut up, they're going to take our phone call away. We're not gonna be able to call home to our family. Some stuff is mandatory in boot camp. You have to get a call home. You have to get that call to call home. A lot of people, the day before it's the call home day, people get so scared and so, I don't even know, they just get so rude, everything like, can y'all be quiet, we're not going to be calling our family. They get so they turn to pussies and bitches. It's just irritating. Like, I'm sorry I'm using this language, but that's just how they become. Like, chill. They're saying that they're not gonna let you call them, but it's actually mandatory. They just tricking y'all, really. So like, and a lot of y'all fall for it. And then also the RDCs, y'all might think like the RDCs don't know who y'all are, don't know they. That's a lie. They have to know who y'all are. Their job is to watch and to see what you need to improve in, because they just can't send anybody in the Navy. They can, but their goal is, or some people is dedicated down and do want to push you and make you greater. So they don't want to just send you to the fleet and you know you came in as this weakling person. That's another thing. They only beat people who they see is weak or something. Like, they know like they need a little bit of push. They need a little bit of in them, because they come in a little like innocent and scrumpy, like not ready for the military, you know. So I'm not trying to say people are like that, call people are like that, but that's reality what some people come in. So yeah, just keep an eye on that, understand that, have a look at on that. Stop believing everything what the RDC say. They be lying to y'all, and stop crying all the time. Stop whining. That's annoying. And also, I know I just kind of understand this a little bit, but y'all, some of y'all take stuff too serious. Like, chill, relax. Sometimes I get you want to be, I get the sometimes being serious in Navy because we are serving, but some stuff like it ain't that serious. Like, chill. Like me, I never stood at attention. I always talk. I was a bad person, if you want to call it. I was always generous, kind, respectful for everything, but I didn't follow rules all the time. Like, because like I'm like, even the RDCs didn't even want the ones that want you always doing stuff. Like, sometimes they get annoying to them too. Like, we know it's rules that enforce they tell you to do, but come on, y'all know the real deal. Like, no one always really does what the rules say, if y'all get what I'm trying to say. Like, yeah, most importantly, y'all, make sure like before y'all do all y'all workouts and y'all runs, make sure y'all stretch, because you don't want to leave with no broken bones. You don't want to get no shin split. Make sure you stretch. If you know you're about to get beat, you know when you're gonna you know when you're about to get beat, because your RDC is going to tell you to hydrate. I'm gonna go drink some water and come on this toe line so I can work you out. So make sure y'all stretch before any workout, really, to look over your bones in boot camp, because you get asthma or get kicked out of your division because you might find the doctors might and medical might find a shin split, or you might get hurt or something. So make sure you always stretch. When you go to eat, y'all eat 3 times a day. The military makes sure you eat. When you go to that galley, meaning the lunchroom, galley is a lunchroom in the Navy, drink a lot of milk. Yeah, drink a lot of milk so you know bones can stay strong or whatever. Those are some tips as far as like, because y'all know how they say people always come out the military broken, all this. Some people come in broken, knowing they had a shin split, knowing they had this. So it's like okay, y'all, I'm back. This only got 10 minutes, so hopefully I can still sum it up within 10 minutes. But let's just continue on. Now I'm gonna talk about a dude. Before you join boot camp, I recommend you to take swim lessons, because number one, they're going to teach you how to swim, but you just rather just avoid all that. You rather just pass your test, because you're going to be getting taken out and missing things, because you're going to be going to swim lessons, and you don't want to miss nothing. You want to, you know, you want to be able to go to attend everything, because you get like this hard card. Don't take your hard card to the head. Like, it's going to get thrown away at the end of boot camp. You know, people want to get all their stamps, whatever. You also want to get all your stamps in general, because you can't move on or pass on. You can't even get through boot camp if you don't have your stamps. But like, I don't know, I forgot. Basically, people take their hard card to the head sometimes. Don't take it to the head. The hard card is going in the garbage. Just keep that in mind. It's going in the garbage at the end. But it does like look good for like the RDCs to look at. Like, say if you was to get asthma, but say if it wasn't even for bad reasons, you know, if you act bad or you do something, they document your hard card or whatever. You also have your stamps on far as like pass and everything. Like, if you pass the test, you pass the swim test, you pass the inspection, what you got on the inspection, because you also do uniform inspections. Like, they come through, inspect your uniform, they ask you a question type stuff. I know y'all probably seen that on TV. They do that, but you just standing in front of a rack. That's the difference. I don't know if y'all saw Katie Kelly. For Katie Kelly, like, they did inspections on there, but they was like in the gym. That's boot camp. You just do it in front of a rack, and yeah, you have people come in and inspect your division, and you get graded You get graded individually, but you still get graded as a team too, because everything also in boot camp they want you to complete as a team. Like because at the end you're going to be doing something called battle station. I can't speak on that because I signed a contract not to speak on it, but in the end y'all gonna have to learn how to work together and come together. So there's nothing in boot camp. Y'all gonna be fighting, arguing, especially females. Living with 80 females, it can go. I think I lived up to 90 females. Y'all showering together. Your RDCs really make y'all get into it, because your RDCs come and tell the people that they put in charge. That's nothing. Let me explain. So in boot camp you get these jobs, you get these roles. Some of y'all probably already know what it is, some of y'all don't. So you get these roles. They call RPOC. Like I didn't know what none of this was, but they have a RPOC, a yeoman, an MA, and I realized some of these names is actually rates or jobs in Navy. It's like yeoman is a rate in the Navy or a job in the Navy. MA is the actual rate or job in the Navy. So it's like they have all these job titles and roles that they assign people to do, and people take them to the head. Like they take it to the head. Like remember, y'all all still on the same team, same level, all type of stuff. So it's kind of harder for everybody to listen to them, because you look at them as just being like you. So people don't really respect what they tell them to do, and also because they come off as rude. I always disagree why the Navy does this. They assign leadership roles, and they make you basically be in charge. But it's like they don't even know how to be in charge. Like they'll tell you what to do in the most disrespectful way, like tell you to shut up. And I know it's boot camp, but like still, like it's a level of respect. So that's why on my don'ts list, I tell people, number one, don't even get no job in the Navy, because you get yelled at more for having a job. You don't rank up for it, and you work hard for no reason, really. I mean, you probably work hard to improve in general in boot camp, just to like grow in general. But like at the end of the day, some of the people work hard because they want to get ranked, but you don't end up getting ranked up. So don't even waste your time. Also, you be hated mostly, because I know I didn't I didn't dislike all people who had least shirts. I dislike the ones who disrespected me or told me like shut up or something like that. Like I don't like that. Or told the division to shut up. I just like that. I like the ones who motivated me and everything. Or like y'all, like my first division, I didn't like my leaderships at all. They were very cruel. They try to motivate you in the morning, but they'll be the one doing the bad things in the division. So but my new division, like I liked in my RPOC and whatever, she was motivated. She brought us all together. She gave us speeches, but she also wasn't like doing the opposite of what she said. So it's like it's a hand in hand. But basically my don'ts is don't get a leadership role, number one, because just don't do it. I know I stayed out the mix. I recommend just staying out the mix. Then I was always in division body. You got division front, division body, you got these leadership roles or whatever. I was in division body. I stayed out the way because I didn't want to get yelled at. I don't want to do nothing extra. I'm just trying to make it through boot camp. So I just don't recommend getting them jobs. Just don't. Also, I recommend don't be that person to always tell people be quiet and shut up. Just don't. People in there for 2 months straight, 2 months long. Come on now. We gonna talk. 2 months. You think I'm finna be quiet for 2 months straight? No. Number what? I don't even know. Number whatever. Please, just please don't be a person that be a person that freaking always waking people up in class. I'm probably saying what you posed. I'm probably telling y'all don't be this person because they gonna tell you to do this in boot camp, but I'm just saying don't do it, because I just hated people like y'all in boot camp. Like people that told, like if we in class, because you're going to fall asleep, you working off little hours of sleep, you stand up all day. Like I mean, this is what boot camp training you do, because when you got in the fleet, you're gonna be up for hours, you're gonna be standing up on your feet for hours, you're gonna be on watches. So it's kind of already preparing you. But like I just hate the ones that's always gonna wake me up. I don't know about y'all, but how about you go to sleep too in class? I know you're not supposed to go to sleep in class, but like that shit was just annoying. Just don't. If somebody falling asleep, let them be, bro. They tired. They are tired. Don't be a person that's waking people up in class or whatever. Also, this is a big thing in boot camp. People used to always go to medical medical, because they either don't want to, you know, participate, that they want to get in a bed. The only how you can get in your rack and lay down if you get medical proof, or proof, or they tell you like you go SIQ or LD. I don't even know what SIQ or LD stands for, but if you get it, you don't have to be in your rack. But it's a risk to that, because when you go to medical, if you go there and you tell them something wrong, they're going to do x-rays and all this on your body, and if they find something, it depending on how bad it is, you can automatically just get kicked out of the Navy. You don't even get the boot camp. I know a lot of people that went to medical and end up getting asthma, getting set back, or end up going to separations. So it's just like, I don't recommend people to go to medical unless you're dying. But if you're dying, you'll be laid out on the floor and they will send them emblems to you. So that's why I really just don't recommend people go to medical. That's the biggest thing. Like, don't go to medical. A lot of people go there and they get set up going there like that, as they come back crying because now they gotta leave their division, and it just sucks. That's if you want to be in the Navy. Now, if you don't want to be in the Navy in general, go to medical. You'll get out there. You will get out the Navy fast as fuck for medical, seems like. I know you probably just like, I can't do it, I want to be in my rec this day, but you better push through, because medical will have you getting set back and being there longer than you want to be, way longer, when you could have just pushed through. So don't even go there. Stay away from medical throughout boot camp. That's the biggest thing. Like this, I'm just giving a real quick story. This one girl, I'm about to run out of storage. This one girl, anyway, she went to medical asking for a shoe chip, meaning she want to wear her gym shoes, and you have to be, you know, permission to wear it. And she came back crying, and they said that she's going home. They found a kidney thing with her. So it was so sad. So yeah, just stay away from medical. I really recommend it. I never went to medical. I only went to medical one time, and I had to go pick up some vitamins, hair, skin, and nail vitamins. And they didn't even have it for me. And when I went there, it was a bad experience. People were saying like, I have this, I have diarrhea. I just felt like I was around a bunch of sick people, and I was like, no, I gotta get away, I gotta make it through boot camp. So I never went back to medical after even that one little time. So yeah, that's the big thing. That's the don't not go to. Do not go to medical. Okay, y'all, so I took a nap. Actually, like, I had to let my battery charge. I ended up taking a nap. But I'm back. I only got 4 minutes, so I'm gonna like wrap this up. I might add a separate clip towards the end with me and my friends and let them tell their experience. I might not. I don't know. This might just be the end of the video. But yeah, before my camera died, I was saying how, like, yeah, don't be so scared of RDCs. Don't always believe everything they say, because they be lying. They really just be trying to scare y'all. So don't be that person, please. That's really like my boot camp experience. Yeah, you start to do fun things toward the end, but it's not really much. It's a really easy boot camp. It's really babyish. Try not to get a hit for the top 6. So they have this top 6 rule in boot camp, and if you break it, you get asthma, men setback, and sent to a different division, and you're gonna be in boot camp longer. I ended up getting that, but I wasn't in boot camp longer. I just ended up getting asthma to a new division, but I ended up going to a division that was like down the hall in the same building, and that division was still graduating the same time as my old division. So yeah, and if y'all want to know what division is, it's just what the division is. The group is the group that you're going to be graduating with, you're going to be going through boot camp with, living with. And yeah, if you're a male, you're going to be with all females. Males. If you're a female, you're going to be living with all females. But my boot camp experience wasn't as bad. I never really got beat. I never really got talked to, because my RDCs kind of like read me. They know what type of person, and I kind of just seen like I was ready for the fleet, for the military. So they never really bothered me or said anything to me. I kind of have my own motivation, so they didn't really have to motivate me. So yeah, and a way of motivating you might be in a bad way. It might be talking negative or down on you, but it's really to push you, so don't take it personal. They never really had to do that to me, because I kind of already was on my stuff and everything. So yeah, my boot camp experience was pretty smooth, besides me getting asthma. But that was just because I was around a bunch of females that was cruel, that was waiting for me to fail, because they saw that I had a lot of potential. And females just get like that. That's just the world. People get get jealous, get all of this type of stuff. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay strong, make it through boot camp. I recommend everybody joining it. It's the best thing ever. You travel, you get to meet different people, and you get to build a good financial life or stability or whatever, because that's what I got. And yeah, and you get in shape. I gained a lot of strength through boot camp, like a lot of muscles. So that was another thing. And yeah, you do meet some genuine people. Like, believe it or not, you're gonna meet some genuine people, some really people that's gonna really be down for you. So yeah, stay tuned. If I don't continue on this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned because I'm gonna do a day in my life at A school. If you want to know, Great Lakes A school, because my A school is at Great Lakes, not Pensacola, where normally people get sent to Pensacola for. So stay tuned for that. This camera about to die. I love y'all, and peace, or stay tuned for the end of the video. Love y'all. Bye.
I need the racks like a bimbo. Serving niggas out the window. Have a 9-3 kids with a hustle with your Mindo. Had to get it off the mental. Had to move with the intellect.